The Trump administration has embarked on a new chapter in immigration enforcement, shifting from traditional deportation methods to a controversial incentive-based system. This program, announced in early 2025, aims to encourage undocumented immigrants to voluntarily leave the United States. It represents a significant departure from the policies of previous administrations and has sparked widespread debate about its legality, effectiveness, and moral implications. This initiative comes amidst a broader crackdown on unauthorized immigration, with the administration simultaneously tightening border security and expanding the criteria for deportation. The Self-Deportation program is a cornerstone of this strategy, aiming to reduce the number of undocumented immigrants residing within the United States. The program's introduction has been met with mixed reactions. Proponents argue that it offers a humane and cost-effective alternative to traditional deportation, allowing individuals to leave the country without facing arrest or detention. Critics, however, contend that the program is coercive, preying on the vulnerabilities of undocumented immigrants and potentially leading to the separation of families. At the heart of the Trump administration's self-deportation program lies a controversial offer: a $1,000 stipend and a free airline ticket back to their home country for every undocumented immigrant who voluntarily departs the United States. This financial incentive is positioned as a compassionate gesture, providing individuals with the means to re-establish themselves in their countries of origin. However, critics argue that this seemingly generous offer masks a more coercive reality. They point to the precarious circumstances faced by many undocumented immigrants in the United States, including limited access to employment, healthcare, and legal protection. In this context, the $1,000 stipend, while seemingly substantial, may be seen as a desperate lifeline, forcing individuals to choose between an uncertain future in the United States and a potentially risky return to their home countries. Moreover, the program's emphasis on voluntary departure has been called into question. The threat of increased enforcement, coupled with the allure of financial assistance, creates a climate of fear and uncertainty, potentially pressuring individuals to leave, even if they have valid reasons to remain in the United States. The Trump administration has touted the self-deportation program as a cost-effective alternative to traditional deportation methods. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the average cost of detaining and deporting an individual is significantly higher than the $1,000 stipend offered through the program. While this claim may hold true from a purely financial standpoint, critics argue that it fails to account for the broader societal costs associated with deportation. The separation of families, the loss of labor and economic contributions, and the erosion of trust in government are just a few of the intangible yet significant consequences of mass deportation. Furthermore, the program's focus on cost-cutting raises concerns about its potential to prioritize expediency over due process. The expedited nature of the self-deportation process may limit individuals' ability to access legal counsel, gather evidence, or present their cases for remaining in the United States. Section 4. Navigating Self-Deportation, the CBP Home App and Beyond. To participate in the self-deportation program, undocumented immigrants are required to navigate a complex and often confusing bureaucratic process. The first step involves registering their intent to leave through the CBP Home App, a mobile application originally designed for travelers seeking entry into the United States. The app, which has been rebranded and repurposed for the self-deportation program, collects personal information, biometric data, and travel itinerary details from individuals seeking to depart the country. Critics have raised concerns about the app's privacy and security protocols, as well as the potential for data breaches or misuse of sensitive information. Once registered through the app, individuals must then coordinate their departure with immigration officials, providing proof of travel arrangements and demonstrating their eligibility for the program. This process can be time-consuming and stressful, particularly for those with limited language proficiency or access to technology. Section 5. Legal Challenges and the Future of the Program. The Trump administration's self-deportation program has faced numerous legal challenges since its inception. Opponents of the program argue that it violates due process rights, undermines the rule of law, and creates a climate of fear and intimidation within immigrant communities. Several lawsuits have been filed challenging the program's legality, alleging that it exceeds the administration's executive authority and infringes upon the constitutional rights of undocumented immigrants. These legal challenges are ongoing, and the program's future remains uncertain. The outcome of these legal battles will have significant implications for the future of immigration enforcement in the United States. If upheld, the self-deportation program could pave the way for similar incentive-based initiatives, potentially reshaping the landscape of immigration law and policy for years to come.